Hey, it's Kevin Keatsman. Stick around. I'm coming up at 10 o'clock right after Pete Mundo on KCMO 95.7 FM.
Well, we could be just hours away from a government shutdown. Roger Marshall, Kansas U.S. Senator, is here for the next few minutes on KCMO. He was on CNN last night with Caitlin Collins, the warm-up for the big hit this morning on KCMO. All right, Doc, what are you putting the odds out of a shutdown here?
Well, Bill, Pete, that's a good way of putting it. My warm-up. First of all, congratulations to Jawan Taylor on his engagement announcement there for the Chiefs. He was playing better. Look, it looks like it's a shutdown. This will be a Schumer shutdown. They're not willing to negotiate. They're asking for $1.5 trillion of additional debt for your grandchildren to pay off in the future. All we're asking is a short stopgap measure for a couple of months at the funding levels that every Democrat voted for last December. That would be a reasonable thing to talk about, I think. But again, they want $1.5 trillion, and that's a non-starter.
Okay, and if it shuts down tonight, the president has alluded to the fact that he could basically start firing bureaucrats. Is that true, or is that just a political threat on his end?
Oh, he's going to do it. I mean, they made their list and checked it twice. They found out who's naughty and nice, right? So he's going to do that. And I don't doubt that some of it will come back in the court system and that type of thing. But on that particular subject, when Joe Biden was sworn in, we had about 2.8 million federal employees. He had 3 million by the time he was finished. So he grew the federal government from 2.8 to 3 million employees. We're at about 2.9 right now. I think we got some room to cut back on that issue as well.
Roger Marshall is joining us on KCMO. So you're just trying to say we'll keep the spending levels where they are right now for another 7-8 weeks, try to figure out a long-term spending plan here. What do they want to put back in? What do they want to actually spend money on? I mean, I keep hearing about health care for illegal immigrants, but what are actually the details and the nuance around that?
Well, it's interesting. They're concerned about rural hospitals all of a sudden, but they want to take back the $50 billion that Republicans passed in the One Big Beautiful Bill for rural hospitals and community health centers. So they want to retract that. And I think beyond that is they want to increase Medicaid funding. It's all their social programs. In particular, I'm going to talk about these enhanced subsidies for Obamacare. Enhanced subsidies for Obamacare. Forgive me, this is really technical, Pete, but in 2010, the ACA was passed. It had subsidies for people up to 400% of income, poverty income levels. And under Joe Biden, they had an extra subsidy they added that times out in 5 years, and it goes for people beyond 400% of poverty level. That's $123,000 for a family of four that we're subsidizing people's health insurance now. So that would be a big one. That's probably, of all the money they're asking for, that's probably about a third of it, maybe $40 billion a year for these extra subsidies. Again, we're not trying to get rid of the original ACA subsidies, though I would like to go back and do Obamacare over. These are the enhanced subsidies are the big one. I hope I explained that. Okay?
Yeah.
The enhanced subsidies.
Roger Marshall's here. So this too, and I asked this of Congressman Mark Alford yesterday. I mean, I think people across the political aisle just get exhausted with these shutdowns and the pointing fingers game and everything else. Congress, let's be honest, Congress, you guys aren't in session in August. September's a pretty light schedule, Jewish holidays and whatnot. I mean, at what point do we change the system to the point where we're not doing this, it seems like, every year, and the finger pointing ensues, and then everyone just picks a side and, around and around we go?
Yeah, exactly, Pete. And this is why I'm on the budget committee trying to force Congress to do a meaningful budget for the first time in decades. So we have written a bill. I took 2 years writing this bill that said that if Congress doesn't do its job and get a budget done, then we aren't going to let you go home. We're not going to pay you. We're going to freeze your budget. You're not going to get to travel, go on Codels, that type of things. So the way to fix this is to go back to doing a budget. Interesting, the budget's required by law, but they figured out loopholes to bypass it. It empowers the Appropriations Committee. So, and both parties are guilty of this, Pete. I cannot get many Republicans on this bill because the Appropriations Committee loves the power that it gives them, so they don't work with the budget. Can you imagine running your business, your listeners running businesses or their family without some type of a budget? Instead, we're just on a seafood diet, seafood and eat it. And,
yeah.
They see us, they just wake up and say, oh, this is a good idea. Yeah, they're all great ideas. But I'd like to be driving a new 2017 Dodge Ram for a reason.
Exactly right. So in the last minute here, I mean, you have to get the 60 votes in the Senate, as I understand it, to keep the government open. Obviously, Republicans do not have 60 U.S. senators. So why not just go to a vote, though? Or do you think you're going to do that today and then just see what happens? Or is that off the table?
Yeah, you are. That's exactly what we're going to do. First of all, we're going to vote again on Chuck Schumer's budget, which increases by $1.5 trillion over 10 years. So that'll go down. Then we'll vote on our clean CR again, just extending spending levels for 2 more months. I bet we do it again tomorrow as well. And then the Jewish holiday starts at midnight tomorrow, right? So I think then we don't vote for 24 hours. It's a 24-hour Jewish holiday. All of a sudden, all these members of Congress are Jewish. I want to respect all religions. I don't want to make light of that. So I think we'll keep voting on it. We may vote on it every day until 7 Democrats walk the plank. We'll see.
Wow. All right. We'll be watching. We'll be following. I know you've got a meeting here, top of the hour. It's a busy day for you. We'll be seeing how this plays out today. Senator Roger Marshall on KCMO. Always great to have you on. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks, Pete.
There you go. Doc Marshall on KCMO Talk Radio.